Hey friends, how's it going? Happy Wednesday. Oh my gosh, so this is kind of like technically off the clock because I just had lunch. I'm forcing myself to take lunch nowadays, to take a break, to get away from my computer. And I'm out in my living room. I hope you guys can hear me because the kids are on a quick field trip to In-N-Out. So I thought that I would hop on real quick, just finish up my lunch. How you guys doing? Cheers. Water cheers, not alcohol cheers. Hey Angelica, it's been a long time no see. It's been a while. And Stephanie, I saw you popped on here. I was just thinking I hadn't seen you. I miss pretty websites. Excited to hear what you have to say. Well, unfortunately, this is a totally kind of unplanned Periscope. I usually plan these. My chair is like super squeaky, and I'm gonna switch it. It's bugging me to death right now. There, that's better. Now I don't have to sound like I'm making all these squeaky noises. I need to put like some WD-40 on that chair, on that bar stool. Anyways, yeah, so this is not super planned out. I've done a lot of planned out ones lately, and I almost just kind of want to cry to you guys a little bit, if that's okay. I know I never rant. You guys know I never rant. Thanks for the heart. But I just feel like, you know, I'm a website designer, so I don't think mine is too pretty on mobile, which is much nicer on computer. Yeah, like, okay, so I feel like, can you guys just be like my confidants? I don't know, whatever. People that I cry to right now. What do you call that? My therapist? Sure, okay. Yeah, because I just feel like, lately I don't know, the whole mobile thing is bumming me out a little bit. I feel like I resisted mobile for a long time, and especially like even with Periscope opening my eyes to the power of mobile, I think I was just really ignoring it because I thought that mobile had to be ugly and had to cut the experience. And so I'm trying to find this like middle ground of it not being super cold and just like click this button, click that button, but still have the art and the soul and the story. Like I feel like it's so hard to tell story on mobile, right? Do you guys feel like that too? I feel like I've never really even been to a site that does that really well. I don't feel the love, I don't feel the graphics, I don't feel the story on mobile. And so it really frustrates me. So true. I'm glad you guys agree. Yeah, will you guys give me some hearts if I'm not the only one that doesn't feel? I mean, if you guys agree, will you give me some hearts to let me know you agree that just the whole mobile experience cuts the love a little bit and cuts the story a little bit, and you don't really feel the same. I feel like maybe things are shifting in technology a little bit, but with what Google did for mobile sites and how they just kind of, I don't know, drop the hammer on mobile sites, everyone started stressing out and contacting me and saying, hey, it's not mobile friendly yet. And they've always been mobile friendly. They've always been viewable on mobile, but Google really dropped the hammer and said, this is exactly what we want it to look like. And in Google's restrictions, they took away a lot of the prettiness. Yeah, fonts look like, yeah. I don't feel like it calls you to action a watered down version of your site. Exactly. And there's so many people shifting to mobile viewing. So I kind of wish that Google would lighten up the reins a little bit so that you could kind of play a little bit more. And so now, yeah, so everybody's talking about responsive sites now. But the problem with responsive sites is a lot of my small business customers can't afford that. What goes into making a responsive site means that we're making basically 4 versions of that site. You know, we're thinking about all the different sizes, resizing and stuff, and then now we're having to try to fix the layout to fix in all these different places, which I understand that's totally just with the times, technology changes and stuff like that. But gosh, it super bums me out when I have to dumb things down, when I have to make things like just ugly, I feel like in some ways, for mobile. So I'm just looking for that. Mine's responsive, but still loses the wow factor on mobile, right? I feel like I'm so glad you guys cheers. I'm so glad I'm not the only one that feels this way. I had a colleague tell me because of mobile, I had to have everything on my homepage. Yeah, I mean, because of like searching around and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like you're just dumbing it all down. You're like turning it to the Stone Age version of your website. Do you guys feel like that? That you're just turning it to the Stone Age dumb version, like 1 + 1 = 2 when you're going on mobile. And I don't feel like mobile users are dumb. It's just you have to fit it in here. On a computer, it looks like a mess. Okay, yeah, I mean, Yeah, and then that's the thing too. Do you dumb down your site for mobile, and then the computer version loses its value? I wish I had answers for this stuff, but I guess it's just we're sort of treading, the path. We're clearing the path as we go. But my company, for example, I'm really trying to do whatever I can to keep the mobile feel still there. I'm trying to make it feel, I'm doing like custom mobile style sheets so that it doesn't totally cut the look of the desktop version, but that I try not to do the sandwich board. If you guys have seen the sandwich board thing, it's where you go and hit the button and then the thing scrolls over and pops out or whatever. It feels so computerish to me and super ugly. So I'm trying to kind of find a way around that. Honestly, I wish I could just preserve the comp version on any mobile. Exactly. I mean, I wish Google wouldn't have done this. I wish Google wouldn't have been like, smacking down the hammer and making people make ugly websites. I'm like, it's so frustrating. I'm glad you guys agree. I'm not the only one. So I don't know. Have you guys seen any websites that you've noticed like lately that are doing a good job, like telling the story on mobile, or is it just kind of the format? I'm just wondering if there's any way to fix that, because more and more of my clients are talking about it, and I totally get it. I mean, I totally understand that the mobile experience needs to be awesome too, but I'm just trying to figure out where's that middle line to where it looks good, it tells the story, you get the mood and the feel. I mean, you work so hard on your brand, right? You work so hard on getting that look and that feel and that mood and that style, and then it just dies on mobile. It's like so sad, right? Hi, meet Krista, how are you? Hey, so you do websites too, right? What do you think about this? Did you just join? We're kind of talking about how mobile sites and making stuff mobile friendly kind of kills the look. Oh, my chats weren't coming through. Okay, cool. So did you hear? So what do you think about that? What do you guys think about it? Is there any sites, like, I guess nobody really knows of any sites that are doing this really well. I know this is weird. I'm just totally chatting with you guys, but I'm just bummed today. I don't know. I'm not bummed today in general. I'm just bummed about this, and so I feel like there's got to be a middle ground. I think I'm going to think about this a lot. I'm actually going to a mastermind group next Wednesday in Nashville, and I want to talk to everybody about this and see what they think. I know it's not a super technical group. I haven't seen any that knock my socks off. I've been brainstorming ways to make mine better. Yeah, I mean, even ours is just a simplified version of our site, and it's, I don't like it. I've seen one or two that do it well, but I can't remember them now. Do you remember, Heidi, like what they did well? Was it like the way that you navigated, or was it the fact that they kept stuff? I use Studio Press as my base. Okay. And maybe it's because I'm a very artistic and feminine designer that I feel like I'm losing a lot of that, because it's going too technical, it's going too corporate. But I know there's going to be a shift in the future, because I can't be like, there's 25 of us on that are agreeing with this, right? So mobile responsive built in. Pretty in navigation, but I don't think the story was obvious. Okay. Meet Carissa, do you do a lot of like graphics and kind of stuff, or is it just the content that's mobile? I mean, do you lose like some of the backgrounds and colors and like maybe video and all those things that are going on? Oh my gosh, we are developing a site right now. We just pushed up the test site, so it's in testing. It's so close to being launched. I think it's going to probably launch the end of this month. Actually, no, not the end of this month. Probably the middle of next month. Yeah, I do lose stuff. Okay, bummer. Yeah, so we have one launching the middle of next month. You guys are going to go crazy. It's so gorgeous, and the mobile version's okay. I feel like I'm almost cutting out some of the mobile functionness because it's so important to have this like feeling of love, because it's a community site, and it's really about bringing people in and making them feel loved and making them feel welcome. And how do you do that on a cold mobile site? I will test for you pretty sites. Yay! Yeah, send them to me for sure. Because, oh goodness, it just kills me when I see these beautiful sites and then the mobile versions are so lackluster. You're just like, wah, wah. I don't love it anymore. So yeah, so we're doing a site right now, and it has video playing in the background, and it has all these full page graphic stuff. It's like very responsive for bigger screens, but then I just don't know how I'm even going to do that on a small screen. I just feel like you have to dumb it down. And maybe that's just the name of the game right now until they come up with a better solution. you know, I was okay with zooming, pinching and zooming, guys. I was fine with that. I didn't need it dumbed down for me. I love the fact that I could go into a regular website and get the same links, the same experience. I would just pinch and move around, but Google doesn't like that. Now I want to look at mine again. Tablet isn't as bad. Yeah, totally. Like, I feel like on an iPad you have more space, things are bigger, you can tell the story better, so that helps a little bit. That's why we do only mobile sites, because we don't want to mess up the iPad version either. I know, it's heartbreaking. Just breaks my heart. Yay, I'm glad that you guys agree with me. I'm not the only one. I'm not crazy. Yeah, I like that too. Yeah. So I've just been doing mobile, just a super simple mobile version, but I try to keep as much of the spirit as possible. I try to keep the background if I can. I try to keep the colors. I try to keep the fonts. I try not to do the sandwich board thing, so that we are still getting the, you know, the feeling of the navigation. I'm trying my best, you guys. I'm really trying. I'm trying to think outside the box and get things done and get mobile sites that are Google friendly but still pretty, that are not the ugliest thing you've ever seen. So anyways, only sites like my bank or bill pay have to be exactly. That's just what I used to tell people. I'm like, you're not Amazon. You don't need people to check out in 2 seconds, right? Which I don't even think Amazon has a very great mobile site either. So they're probably not a very good example. But yeah, I'm so glad you guys are okay with like this open chat style. This is totally different. I'm just testing stuff out. I just want to talk to you guys without, you know, being super this point, that point, this point. I just kind of wanted to talk about it, but I'm glad you guys agree. So I'd love to hear more about this. If you guys want to scope about this, if you have some ideas, I would love to hear them. Please just tag me. So tag @LoveInspired, and I'll get a notification through Twitter. Well, hey, Melina, how are you? How are you doing? Yeah, so, and, you know, with Squarespace and Shopify and a lot of those other guys, they have ones that are mobile responsive, but those are also very, you know, bland themes to begin with. I feel like Squarespace has a lot of the same type themes, and you can kind of tell when someone's on Squarespace. You're like, oh yeah, that's a Squarespace site. And even Shopify, I feel like a lot of them are very similar, so they kind of make them dumb, I feel like, in the beginning, so that they can move them over to mobile. Phones are putting us in a square world. It's not always exciting. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I feel like there's so much value in phones and mobile that I can't ignore it anymore. Like, I have to do something, because especially with Periscope, this has really opened my eyes to see how much people use their phones, and how much people love their phones, and how much people love using their phones. So there's got to be a middle ground. I mean, maybe we need to like start a movement, like stop the ugly mobile sites, like, because now they have these like websites, you know, like Duda Mobile or Data Mobile, I don't know how you pronounce it, that just like make a really dumb, quick site for you. Yeah, have you guys seen those? And they're just horrible. Oh my gosh, they're like, I feel like we have gone back to 1995 web design with these things. They're horrible. Like the drop shadows, I mean, literally, it's like embarrassing. I can't believe how bad those sites are. So there needs to be somewhere in between. Oh no, pictures are so important. Yeah, you don't get that picture feel. You don't get the, especially, you know, this whole format, right? You don't get like the 16:9 format on your phone. So I don't know what they need to do with that, but yeah, I feel like there's a middle ground. I feel like there's some way, and I'll keep working on it. If I figure out a solution, I'll let you guys know. But for right now, what we're just doing is, you know, custom mobile CSS that sort of basically puts it in a vertical format, but doesn't, I mean, we try so hard not to take away the feel, but the big problem is these horizontal images that are so amazing on desktop don't relate to vertical images, but we're trying our best to keep that look and keep that feel and make it feel good. You guys, lots of people hopping out and coming in. We're just having a little conversation about this, so if you guys want to weigh in, please do. And thanks for all the hearts, you guys. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for interacting and letting me know I'm not the only one that loves pretty websites. But yeah, that's all I can do right now, I think, is just, you know, try to not make it so dumbed down that it's just really simple and lose all the branding. Keep a little bit of the feel. It's like a halfway point. It's halfway in between like stark and plain and just buttons, and then the desktop version, it's like somewhere in the middle right now, like a little bit of the desktop feel, but some of the buttony feel. That's like where I feel like I'm at right now with this. But I love pretty websites too. Yay! I'm not the only one. Do you hate all the mobile websites? I mean, I feel like they strip away all the cuteness and all the personality and all the story. Like there's so much story and feel in a website, and when you get to mobile, you just lose it, right? We just totally lose it. So I hope it's not dead. I hope pretty websites aren't dead. I hope you guys agree with me, and I hope that that Google will loosen up the reins or do something. I do my very best to keep it pretty with the mobile responsive coding. Yeah. So yeah, you're actually, Lauren, you're a really good person to ask on this. So how do you keep that story? I know it's hard to type really fast in this little window. But what are some strategies that you employ to keep that feel and the look and the brand within the mobile? Because it's been a difficult thing for me to keep that and keep that feel and keep that story. I've tried to focus on mobile experience on Instagram to keep all computer experience on website. Okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting take on it. I hadn't really thought of that. Like maybe even just, okay, if you're on computer, go here. If you're on mobile, go here. Is that what you're meaning? Like when you're on mobile, you say, hey, check out my Instagram. If you guys, I don't want to keep this too long. I got to get back to work. But you guys are really great engagers too. Love it. You guys are awesome. Yeah, like I think that that's true. I mean, like maybe like almost like, okay, if you're on your phone, go follow me on Periscope. But then if you're on your computer, I love Instagram too. I haven't been giving Instagram enough love lately. It's kind of been sad. I've been so on Periscope. I've been doing at least two a day. If you guys haven't seen my other Periscopes, go to my. I actually have a link in my profile. So if you swipe right if you're on iOS and then hit my name, it'll pop up love-inspired/Periscope, and then swipe up if you're Android. And you can share this out. No, you don't need to share this. Actually, don't share this because we're just talking. This isn't one of my good ones. Share the one this morning. I did a good one this morning. But yeah, you guys are awesome. And if I come up with a solution better than kind of what we're doing now, I'll let you know. Right now, I said I'm just trying to find a middle ground in between pretty design and ugly mobile responsiveness, or mobile friendly kind of in Google terms. But you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for the hearts. Thanks for coming in and chatting with me, just kind of off the clock. I got my little snack here. Grr won't let me type enough. We'll post an FB group. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, and if you guys haven't, inspiredscope.com. If you haven't, that's the Facebook group that she's talking about. Inspiredscope.com. That'll take you to a free Facebook group with all of us Periscope business creative peoples, and we can chat about it more there. Yeah, we should have a little conversation over there. That's a good idea. Thank you. Thanks for the idea. All right, guys. See you probably tomorrow because it's getting a little late here. I'll see you tomorrow, but let me know if there's anything else you guys want to learn about. And love ya. Thank you so much. Hearts, hearts, hearts. XOXO. Have a great rest of your day.